Hello and welcome back to another video. So the time now is just gone 5 o'clock in the morning. We are heading to the race start for the British Championships standard distance up in Sunderland. So yesterday we had the pleasure of watching the pros and the sprint race. So if you were watching BBC, you would have seen them about 1 o'clock on BBC One. But today, yes, they're British champs for the standard distance. So that's a 1.5k swim, 40k bike and a 10k run. So yeah, I'm in the water about 7 o'clock, so I've got 2 hours just to get sorted, get racked, and then it'll be then it'll be go time. So yeah, catch you in a bit, and we'll follow on for the day. Okay, so this race had a mass start. It's the first one I've done in a while. I didn't have the top end speed to kind of get out in the front pack, so I ended up just getting battered around for the first few hundred meters, which didn't go too well. And the water was about 13 degrees, so it was absolutely freezing. So yeah, found the swim particularly difficult. Okay, so just onto the run course now. This is a 10k run course, and it was 4 laps of a 2.5k loop. As you can see here, there's a little spicy hill in the middle, which is probably about 200 meters long. So I had to go up that 4 times. Apart from that, the rest of the course was relatively flat, so quite a nice course. But yeah, just got the heart rate up there. Was running most of the race, so for the 10k, came in at a time of 35.55, was running about, just under 6 minute mile pace on average, so about 3:45 per kilometre. Ran most of the race with James Budge, who you can see just on the right hand side, which was, really good when you've got someone who's a similar pace. You can push each other up the hills and keep each other motoring. But yeah, overall pretty happy with the run time.
Anything to say to the camera, Joe?
Got bad blisters on my feet. Good race, good fun. Swim was terrible. Usually a story of my life.
That'd be your autobiography name.
Good race.
Good race. Shit swim.
Shit race.
No. Cheers. Thank you. Where is it going? We're rolling.
Okay, that is a wrap. We are officially done. Great weekend down here in Sunderland for the World Series triathlon event and the British Standard Distance Championships. Finished my race earlier on today. Feeling very rough now, but yeah, it was good. Good to get out there at the short distance and give it a go. Give a bit of a recap of how it went. So the swim was honestly awful. Swimming is my weakest discipline by far anyway, but this was a sea swim. It was very cold. The water temperature was 13 degrees and I don't do well in the cold anyway. I'm just going to get all the excuses out straight away. It was a mass start, so age group start, so probably about 50 people all aligned in the water, and then the gun goes. It's just a fight, and if you're not a fast swimmer and you can't get out the gates quickly, then what happens is you get people swimming at the top of you, or you'll end up behind people and you're swimming into basically kicking feet, which is pretty rough. So yeah, it took a bit of a foot to the goggles early on, had to sort of pop my head up and readjust, and just because it was so cold, adrenaline, etc., was really struggling to kind of get my breath, and there was no real place for me to kind of get any clear water. So yeah, that was a bit of a struggle, but overall went pretty well. Well, no, it didn't go pretty well. So what I'll do now is I'll put a bit of B-roll in, show you the swim start, how it went. But yeah, overall time I think was just somewhere between 27-28 minutes for 1500, which is like way off where I should be coming in more around the 25-minute mark. But yeah, found the swim really tough, and was quite frustrated when I came out of the water, but I also knew it wasn't going to be fast just because it was really choppy as well.
Let's go, Joe! Joe will be running as far as he can.
Then came into transition 1, got out on the bike. First part of the bike was a really sort of spicy hill. Again, hopefully you'll be able to see some of the footage.
Come on, Joe, 39s, you're catching! Yep, you got this, 39s, you can do this, come on, Joe!
But the bike was quite difficult because there was a lot of hairpin turns, a lot of like technical parts. There was some straight flats, but actually if you've got a triathlon bike like me, it probably didn't like give you that much of an advantage, just because there was a lot of like sharp turns and like spicy little climbs and stuff. So yeah, not the same kind of racing as you'd get in a middle distance or a long distance race. So the bike, I was relatively close to where I wanted to be, so just finished in just over an hour on that, so averaged about 37 kilometers an hour, which is pretty good. But I just couldn't get into any rhythm because every time I found like I was turning the pedals and going fast, all of a sudden there was a sharp turn again, you're massive, like heavy on the brakes, and then round a sharp bend, and then you're like trying to sprint out the blocks again on the bike to get going. So it was very stop start, and you can't really pedal when you're going down the hills because they were really windy hills. So yeah, the bike course was good fun, but not really suited to my kind of riding. I like something that's like long, consistent, and tests you. So yeah, it was a more of a technical bike course, and I think the guys with the standard bikes would have probably enjoyed that a lot more. And then onto the run, it was 4 laps of a kind of, yeah, I would say relatively flat course, but then in the middle there was a 200 meter really steep hill. So you do that 4 times. Had a pretty good run. Was running probably about 6-minute miles, and then for the first mile and the last mile was down at like 5:40. So yeah, I think I did the 10k in just under 36 minutes, so 35:55, which is really strong for me. Felt really good on the run. I mean, I haven't done many Olympic distance races, and I probably tried to pace it too well. So I think lessons for next time is just send it on the run like it's 10k. It's going to be over in like 35 minutes. I mean, I had probably one of the better runs of the day out of most people. I was like way above my positioning in the run compared to the swim and whatnot. But yeah, I probably should have just sent it a bit earlier on the run and not waited till like the last kind of 2k. But yeah, really good fun, really well organised race, and great to see the pros race yesterday and today in the mixed relay. Just seeing those guys out on course like Hayden Wilde and Casandre Beaugrand, like the level that they have is just great to see. So yeah, overall really good event, and yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you did, drop a like down below, drop a comment what you want to see next, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. So thanks for joining.
Watch it just go into the rain.